Night route. I am a driver, not a taxi, not a courier. I just get in the car every day after work and drive. The same route, the same time, after midnight. The city already knows me. Sometimes it seems to me that they are watching me, as if trying to figure out why I am wandering around the night streets without any apparent purpose. Some drivers even flash their headlights, as if to an old friend. But I don't see anyone. Or rather, I try not to see. Tonight I went out again. The asphalt was shining from the recent rain. The air smelled of wet leaves. I returned to an empty street. Then again, everything is as usual. But something had changed. There was movement in the back seat. I froze. Eyes in the mirror. Something moved in the view. "Are you driving again?" the voice whispered. I almost swerved off the road. This can't be. I closed my eyes and opened them again. No one. But I knew it was there, like every night. I gripped the steering wheel so hard my fingers turned white. It became cold inside the car, as if I had suddenly opened the window. But the windows were closed. There was a slight rustle from behind. Someone moved to the side. I didn't want to look in the mirror, but I darted there myself. A shadow, a vague silhouette, and eyes. Dark holes in which the light of the street lamps wasn't reflected. "You forgot me," a whisper was heard. My heart sank. No, I didn't forget. I was just trying not to remember. A year ago, in this very place, she was sitting in my car. A passenger, I shouldn't have given him a ride. A girl in a light dress, with wet hair, asked me to take her to the suburbs. I agree. And then, emptiness. I don't remember how I got there, how I got back. Only later did I find out that the day before I found a girl's body on that road. And now she's here again. The engine coughed. The headlights flickered. The car shook as if from frost. "You forgot me?" The voice became closer. I felt a breath right next to my ear. Something touched my shoulder from behind. I screamed. I turned sharply. The car squealed its tires. The light flickered again, and there was no one else in the mirror. Silence. But I knew she hadn't left. She was just waiting for the next night. I pulled the car to the side of the road, gasping for air. My hands were shaking. There was a ringing in my ears. The rearview mirrors were empty. But that didn't mean anything. I knew she was here, in the dark, in the cold that hadn't left the car. In the silence, it seemed louder than any scream. What should I do? What should I do? I tried not to think about it, but it was too late now. The car stalled again. I turned the key, but the engine didn't even click. The headlights went out. I remained in full visibility, and then I heard a creak. If someone slowly, deliberately runs their feet along the glass, first on one side, then on the other. The windshield opened in whitish marks, as if someone was standing outside, looking at me. But I was alone. Right? I gripped the steering wheel tighter, trying not to look ahead. But my eyes darted around. She was standing right in front of the hood. Pale face, hair sticking to cheeks in damp strands. Eyes like hollows. Lips moving slightly, but I can't hear the words. I only understand. She wants me to hear. And then, the glass cracked from the inside. I screamed. I started the car. I don't remember how, and it sped off. I drove the car forward, not even looking at the road. I didn't care where I was going, as long as it was far away. But I knew I couldn't escape her. She appeared again, not in front, in the passenger seat. "Why didn't you stop then?" she whispered. The voice was quiet, but it was inside my head. I forced myself to turn my head. The girl looked at me. Now I remembered her face. A year ago, I was driving along the same route. It was already after midnight. The rain was pouring down. There was a girl standing on the side of the road, pale, wet, in a light dress clinging to her body. She raised her hand, asking me to stop. I remember meeting her gaze in the mirror, but I didn't stop. I drove on, feeling awkward. Something inside me screamed that I should have given her a ride, but I suppressed this feeling. The next day I saw the news. The girl was found dead in a ditch. I didn't know what to do. After all, I could have saved her, but I didn't stop. Now, you could have helped, her voice trembled. You could have saved me. The windows cracked again. I screamed, pressing the gas pedal. But everything around suddenly turned white. Fog, thick as milk, swallowed me, the car, the whole world. I stopped seeing the road, and then she extended her hand to me. Now you won't leave, she whispered,